you doing today? Did you eat your breakfast? Well, I'm glad that you are all fine and doing great today. So, my name is Teacher Grace, and I will be your science teacher for today. We are done with our prayer and as well as the checking of attendance, so we will have an activity. And the first one is I want you to get an object inside your bag. Okay, you already have the object. Now close your eyes and tell me what is the texture of the object you are holding. Alright, it is a soft object you're holding. And you are also telling me that it is a rough object you're holding. Alright, now open your eyes. I want you now to put your right hand in your chest and tell me what is the beat of your heart. Your heart is beating fast. Okay. Now the third one is, I want to volunteer. Alright, Jason, come here in front. Now I want you to turn around for 5 seconds. So Jason, what exactly did you feel upon turning around, or when you turn around here in front for 5 seconds? Okay, you feel a bit dizzy, but then you can still manage to balance your body. Thank you, Jason. You can now sit down. Now, class, all of you were able to think, were able to feel, and were able to say something about the activities that we have done earlier. So, why do you think you come up with those ideas or thoughts? Yes, exactly. You are all using your mind in saying something, but also in thinking and storing memories. Out from the activity that we have done earlier, what do you think is our lesson for today? Very good. Our lesson for today is all about the human brain. So, what is a human brain? Yes, Brian, can you read? Very good, Brian. So again, brain is the largest mass of nervous tissue in the body. It controls and coordinates the body's actions and reactions. So this is what the brain looks like. So again, the brain controls and coordinates the body's actions and reactions. Aside from that, also the brain, as what you have said earlier, it makes us think, feel, and store memories. So that is why our brain is the most incredible part or organ of our body. Now the brain is divided into 3 major parts. We have the cerebrum, the cerebellum, and lastly, the brain stem. So we will discuss first the cerebrum. But before that, everybody, let us spell the word cerebrum. Very good, we got it correctly. That is cerebrum spelled as C-E-R-E-B-R-U-M, cerebrum. Now, can you read what is the meaning of a cerebrum? Yes, it is the largest and uppermost portion that controls learning, judgment, and voluntary actions of muscles. So in our model, here, our brain, our cerebrum is this part, as it is said that it is the largest and the uppermost portion. So this is exactly the cerebrum, this part, the uppermost part. And it interprets our senses like touch, vision, and hearing. Okay, class, let me give you an example. Now, when we feel that something is very hot and can cause damage, our brain quickly orders our muscles to withdraw our hands to avoid any burning. So this part in here, the cerebrum, this part, is responsible for that. Now, from the activity that we have done earlier, which part of it do you think is being processed by the cerebrum? Very good. That is when you are told to, or when you are told the texture of the object you are holding. Because, why do you think so? Yes, exactly, because you are using your senses, or your senses is being used to interpret the feeling. Now, from the things that we have done earlier, which part of it do you think is being processed by this part, the cerebrum? Yes, very good. That is when you are told to tell me the texture of the object you are holding. And why do you think so that is, the cerebrum is responsible for that? That is a good idea, or that is correct, because we are using our senses to interpret the thing that we are holding. Very good. Now, we will discuss the second part of the brain, that is the cerebellum. Class, let me ask you a question. If you are riding a bicycle, or if you're walking, or if you are running, so can you do it with balance? Yes, of course, you can do it because our cerebellum is doing that part. It is the cerebellum which is responsible for the maintaining posture, balance, and also our movements. Now, from the activity that we have done earlier, which part do you think is being processed by the cerebellum? Very good, exactly. That is when Jason was told to turn around for 5 seconds. And why do you think that is an example of the responsibility of cerebellum? Because, yes, because he was able to maintain a balance, a good posture, even if he felt a bit dizzy. Alright, very good. Now let's go to our next part, the last part, which is the brainstem. But before that, I want Jason to spell the word brainstem. Very good, Jason. You also got the correct answer. That is spelled as that is brainstem, spelled as BRAINSTEM, brainstem. Can you read what is the meaning of the brainstem? Everybody? Very good. Now again, brainstem is the base of the brain. So, it acts as a relay center connecting the cerebrum and cerebellum to the spinal cord. So, this is exactly the brainstem. And what is the function of the brainstem? Now, the brainstem, actually, it controls vital functions such as our heart rates, our digestion, and breathing. Okay, now from the activity that we have done earlier, which part do you think is being processed by the brainstem? Yes, exactly, that is correct. That is when you are told to put your right hand in your chest and feel the beat of your heart. Yes, very good. Because again, the brainstem's function is what? The vital function is our heart rates, our digestion. So when we are eating, yes, also the brainstem is responsible for that. And when we are breathing, so when we inhale and we exhale, our brainstem is the responsible one for that. Now class, again, our brain has 3 major parts, namely the cerebrum, the cerebellum, and the brainstem. Now I want to make sure that everybody really understands our topic for today. So I'm requesting Darby to locate the cerebrum again. Yes, very good, Darby. You got it. You got the correct answer. Of course, Cassie, I want you to come in front and locate the cerebellum. Very good, Cassie. You also got the correct answer. And lastly, I want Prime to come here in front and also locate the last part, which is the brainstem. Right, very good. Now, I want you all to clap your hands because you really understand our lesson for today. Very good. Our lesson for today, we will have an interesting activity. So, I will divide you into 3 groups. This will be Group 1, Group 2, and the Group 3. Each group will be assigned to a specific part of the brain. So, Group 1, you will be the cerebrum. Group 2, you will be assigned to the cerebellum, and Group 3, you are the brainstem. What you're going to do now is you're going to make a role play about the human's activity that corresponds to the assigned part of the brain. Alright? Very good. Now this will be the rubrics that you are going to consider in presenting your task. First is the presentation, that is 25%. Of course, the cooperation is 25%. Accuracy is 50%, so that is a total of 100%. So go to your group now, discuss with your group. I will only give you 3 minutes to do that, and afterwards you will present your task or your assigned role play. Alright? Excellent. Go to your group now. Alright, that was really amazing. You did a great job because you have shown to me a good presentation. Now, you are all declared winners, plus you will also receive an additional 50 points for that. Also, give your hands a round of applause. Again, what are the 3 major parts of the brain? Yes, very good. These are the cerebrum, the cerebellum, and brainstem. So, what is the function of the cerebrum? Very good. It interprets our senses like touch, vision, and hearing. Alright. Now, what about the cerebellum? What is the function of the cerebellum? Very good. Our cerebellum responsible for the coordination of our movements and also in maintaining a good posture and balance. Very good. And lastly, what about the brainstem? Yes, our brainstem controls the regulation of our heart rates, also our digestion, and our breathing. Very good. So, why do you think our brain is really important? Very good as well. That is excellent because our brain helps us think, also store memories, remember, say something, and even control and coordinates our muscles, and also in maintaining our good posture and also our actions and reactions. Great! Clap your hands for that. And of course, we need also to keep our brain healthy, of course. So, can you give me some ways on how to keep our brain healthy? Yes, that is correct. You have to really eat nutritious foods. Also, that is correct because we need to have a plenty of sleep. You have to you have to exercise regularly. You also have to be mentally active. You have to do the things that keeps you away from stress. All the things that you have said are all correct, and I do hope that you will really apply it in your life. You will really do it so that our brain will be healthy as always. Okay, for your quiz today, I want you to answer this correctly. Are you done? Very good, you're all done. So before you go, class, I want you to do a collage and a short bond paper showing some ways on how to keep your brain healthy. So you're going to pass this next meeting. Okay? Very good. So that would be all for today. So goodbye, class.